This is just a sharing of ideas, a snapshot of a thought. It's not a conspiracy theory, and I'm not here to state facts about the past, present, or future. These are just ideas to hopefully spark some debate and further thinking. It's strange to think that about 40 years ago this week, I started my university degree. My world of information was a library filled with books and guided by a librarian. The books had text, maybe a few pictures. Today, that library is the World Wide Web. The librarian's assistant is artificial intelligence, and the head librarian is Google. The difference is just profound. Today, we talk, video chat, and access this massive digital library on devices that fit in our pockets. We scroll, we type, we talk to our phones, and AI summarizes the world's knowledge for us in seconds. We have 3 of our 5 senses embodied in this little device. So, what's next? Our current devices are 3D objects that show us a 2D screen. We exist with them in the 4th dimension, time. While we don't fully grasp how time intertwines with our 3D reality, maybe a future Super AI will one day explain it all. But let's start with what we have now. How do our devices even talk to each other? We have Wi-Fi, a catchy name from 1999 that plays on hi-fi. It's not short for wireless fidelity, by the way. It uses radio waves to send data. Digital info becomes an electrical signal, gets put on a carrier wave, and is broadcast through an antenna at 2.4 or 5 gigahertz. Your device catches these waves and turns them back into the data you see. It's fascinating stuff. You should ask an AI about it. Then there's Bluetooth, using short-range radio waves for your headphones or keyboard. And of course, the cellular network, 4G or 5G, using higher frequency radio waves. The technology behind managing all that airwave traffic is incredible. In just 40 years, the advancements have been exponential, transmitting text, audio, and video across the globe. Now, let's get into the really interesting part. Imagine a breakthrough that dramatically enhances not just our smartphones, but humanity itself. You've probably heard of Elon Musk's company, Neuralink. They're trialing a human brain chip, a brain-computer interface, or BCI. It's a tiny chip implanted by a robot that reads your neural activity. The goal right now is to help people with severe disabilities control computers with their minds, which is amazing. But if this succeeds, it opens up a whole new world. We could potentially decode, encode, and transmit the workings of the human brain as data. Think about it, downloading and uploading information directly. Soon after, just like computers went from standalone machines to a global network, we could see the rise of a wide human network. Putting aside the huge ethical and security questions for a moment, the very idea of free will would come under scrutiny. Human Wi-Fi sounds both exciting and terrifying, doesn't it? What kind of applications could we look forward to? Imagine communicating mind to mind, pure telepathy. And what about language? We're all born with a universal brain language. I'm hungry, I cry, I get fed. We then spend years learning complex spoken languages that, while connecting us, also divide us. The Tower of Babel story in the Bible even suggests different languages were a punishment to scatter humanity. For anyone who remembers old-school computer programming, binary machine code was fast and efficient. Higher-level languages, closer to English, were slow and prone to errors. Our spoken languages are a bit like that, an inefficient use of brain processing. How often is something get lost in translation or misinterpreted, especially in writing, where you lose tone and body language. With human Wi-Fi, what happens to the apps on our phone? Your photo library could become a memories app. The BCI could access your actual sensations, feelings, and experiences recorded by your brain and upload them to the cloud. Suddenly, the small fraction of our brain we supposedly use might have the chance to develop significantly. Think about a memory. When I recall an event, my brain processes keywords like metadata or hashtags, Cheltenham, races, betting, and I see a mental thumbnail, but I don't relive the full experience. Maybe that's too much for our brains to handle. Or maybe that complete back catalog of experiences is stored somewhere deep in our minds, just waiting for the technology to download it. Consider a new health app. ABCI could monitor and optimize our body's natural defenses, eradicating any illness the moment it appears. This would make huge pharmaceutical companies obsolete. Prevention would finally defeat cure. A new sleep app could optimize our downtime so we're at our best for 20 hours a day instead of 16. These things might start as smartphone iterations, but they could merge into Self, the brain's operating system. ABCI combined with human Wi-Fi could allow us to finally explore that system. Where does our sense of self even exist? The mind? The brain? The ancient Greek philosopher Democritus believed the soul was made of special fire atoms. It was until the 19th century that John Dalton scientifically proved that all matter is made of atoms. But what about the soul? Could a future BCI upload our soul to a future cloud? Would the search for immortality through genetics become redundant? If these technological developments continue exponentially, our future might look something like this. The reality we live in is just one of an infinite set of virtual reality strands of time. We live on a cloud and dip in and out of these timelines. Every time we do, a new thread is created with its own destiny. With all experiences for all people being captured and stored, we could network and relive any moment in time. This could even explain déjà vu, that feeling you get when someone in your experience has just stepped into a new thread of time, and you feel that slight shift. The future Google, the librarian of this new reality, would hold the total past, present, and future of mankind. But who would be behind this librarian? AI, or a super powerful human? Look at the web today. Who manages the indexing? Who protects our data? Who manages the massive global infrastructure? We don't really know. The common theme is trust. Human society has always been built on it, and our dependence on it is growing exponentially with technology. 30 years ago, a colleague of mine said the internet would likely collapse because instability built on instability. And yet, it has thrived, and we trust it with our lives. So, the fulcrum of all these ideas is this. Watch the development of Neuralink and the technologies that will follow. Let's see where it leads. Perhaps we won't need to evacuate the planet after all. Maybe we'll just live within a new framework, time and time again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more ideas. See you next time.